Alright, welcome to a video on solving exponential equations. So we're going to be solving these without using logarithms, which means absolutely nothing to you probably because you're in my Algebra 1 class. But don't worry, when you get to Algebra 2, it'll make sense. 2 years from now, you'll remember this. Not really, but at least you've seen it. So, when we are solving our exponential equations, we're going to follow two general ideas. We're going to use reasoning and guess and check whenever we have two variables. And with one variable, we will find a common base. So just a reminder, whenever you have an exponent, we have our base. So this is our base. And then we have our exponent or power. So base, power. So whenever we have just one variable, we're going to find a common base. So it's going to be all about that base. I'm going to have to change that joke in a couple years when people forget that song. But for now it works. So we have three examples here. We're going to start on the far left. So we have 6 to the power of x equals 36. So whenever I say we need to find a common base, we look to see which one of them has the variable. Well, our left side has the variable and our base is 6. So we want to try to see if we can get 36 to have a base of 6. So what that means, I need this to be 6 to a power. So this is where the guess and check comes in. Obviously 6 to the first isn't going to work. What about 6 squared? So if you know what 6 squared is, you know it's 36, or you could try it in the calculator. So we know that we can change this 36 into 6 squared. 36 and 6 to the second power, same thing. So we didn't change the equation at all. We just changed the way it looks. It's kind of like putting on a new shirt. Just you look a little different, but you're still you. So now that we have the bases the same, we get to do this really neat trick where we get rid of the bases. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to, we're going to get rid of these bases and just look at the powers. So this says x equals 2. So we solved our equation. X equals 2. So now we're in the middle. So we have 2 to the x power equals 16. So what we're going to try to do again is get this 2 base on both sides. So we can guess and check if you don't know what it is right away. 2 squared is 4, that doesn't work. 2 to the third is 8, that doesn't work, but 2 to the fourth is 16. So we now have 2 to the x power equals 2 to the fourth power. Now that we have the same base, we can eliminate the bases essentially. So we just look at our powers, so we get x equals 4. So our answer to that, x equals 4. So finally, here on the right, we have 3 to the x power equals 9 to the y power. Now, there's a couple ways we can do this. The one way is the guess and check way that I talked about at the beginning. So what you want to do is just guess and check and see what you can plug in for x and y to give you the same answer on both sides. For example, if we type in x equals 2 and then y equals 1, so if we did 3 squared equals 9 to the first, you would see that 9 does equal 9. That works. Or you could try something else. If you tried x equals 4 and y equals 2, that would also work. So we get 3 to the fourth equals 9 squared, and so you'd actually get 81 equals 81. So this guess and check method is the way that I want you to do it at the moment. But if you want to learn the other way, ask me and we'll go over the other way. If this doesn't make sense to you, you don't like it, we can try the other way. So here I have 3 examples I want you to try on your own. So as usual, go ahead, pause the video, try these on your own, come back and look at the answers. Alright, so here are the solutions to those. Go ahead, check your answers with mine. After you do that and you made sure I'm right and you're right, then you're good.